Hello YouTubers, it's your girl Beautiful Brown Baby Doll, and I am coming at you today to talk about the whole epidemic of denouncing sororities and fraternities. And you might ask, why am I talking about this? Well, I've had so many questions about Greek life from so many people that are considering it, that have heard about other people denouncing it, that have heard that it's evil, that have heard that it interferes with your Christian life and beliefs. And it's not just in the Divine Nine or the historically black sororities and fraternities. It's also happening within sororities and fraternities that are your basic social and service fraternities and sororities. And I've been seeing this happen for years, and what's really bothering me is that people are taking it to social media as to why you should not be a member of a Greek letter organization, as to why they denounce and sharing things that I feel are not okay to share. But I won't even speak on specific names. I'm just going to go into my own convictions, thoughts, and beliefs, because I am a woman of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. No denouncing intended or implied, nor will any happen in the future. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to make this video as short as possible. As you can see, I'm repping. I normally don't rep hard on my videos, and you all would never really know. I have a room full of AKA stuff, but I can get down to it and just kind of talk about a little bit about my experiences as an AKA, and why it is and has become a very important part of my life, though I do not idolize or worship it. So let's get on with that. Alpha Kappa Alpha, my sorority, is the first black Greek sorority, founded in 1908. And it was founded by Ethel Hedgeman Lyle and many other beautiful women of the sorority. And so that's as far as I'll go into the depth of the sorority. You can visit the website, the official national website, to learn more, because I won't give y'all a history lesson on it. But it was founded on the campus of Howard University, and ever since then it's been strong. And it is based on many different values and ethical principles, and different goals for education and sisterhood and service. And okay, let's go ahead and go into some of the reasons why people have tied these reasons in to idolization, or to idolizing an organization or looking at it as your God. I believe that everybody joins organizations for their very own reasons. And I've seen people join organizations, specifically Greek organizations, to be more popular, to be well known. But then you also have some that are about the business, that are about learning how to delegate responsibilities, learning how to be a leader, learning how to get stronger. You have those who decide to join because they want sisterhood, because they want brotherhood, because that might be lacking in their lives. So I want y'all to first understand there's many different reasons. I feel like a lot of these people on here talking about denouncing and why it's satanic and they done all this research is because they've concluded that there's one reason why you join organizations, and there's not one reason. I didn't join because they promised me another life, or because I signed my soul over to the devil, or because I just wanted to have friends that bad. None of those reasons. Y'all know me on YouTube, and my name, Beautiful Brown Baby Doll, has been non-associated with Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and I still was able to have a lucrative channel. So my life does not depend on AKA. The reason why I became a member of this organization, and not just my organization, I'm just looking at the Divine Nine as a whole, because my best friend is a Delta. She's a member of Delta Sigma Theta. And so the whole reason for it was because, first of all, I really loved the women that were on my campus. They really represented hard. They brought the community service. They won the step shows. They were always out doing all kinds of different things and hitting different targets and doing things that were important in not only the Black community, but that were important for all communities. And that was important for me because I wanted to be a part of something that had that kind of goal. And I'm a go-getter, so I wanted to be surrounded by go-getters because more than anything, more than the letters AKA, I believe those women really pulled me in and really intrigued me so much that I wanted to learn more about my organization. First of all, I want people to stop doing this organizational research. Maybe you should research specific organizations, because not one day do I remember pledging an oath to the devil, nor do I remember signing my soul over or doing any of the above, or signing up for satanic rituals.
Realizing that the devil works through subtlety. And I'm going to give you some scriptures real fast. 2 Corinthians 11:3. But I fear, lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is Christ.
I think a lot of people need to get that straight. And I hate it so much that Greek life has been crossed over so much into non-Greek life, because not to say that anybody's better than anybody, not at all. Most of my friends are not Greek. But I do feel like there's a level of, there should be a level of privacy. There should be a level of loyalty. And I feel like a lot of times what's happening is all the bad is coming out. So then people who are not Greek, who've never experienced what it is to be, to take part in a membership intake or to be a part of an organization, they can speak so freely on what they think it is. And that's not what it is about. So to me, this comes down to this. Should you or should you not join a Black Greek sorority or sorority or fraternity? Because I don't want to leave anybody out here. I know I have viewers that join various different sororities and fraternities. This is how I feel. If you've done your research, you realize that this is a decision that you're making for yourself and not for anybody else. If you have valid viewpoints and reasons and see the future of the organization, if you are not idolizing this, but yet see this as a complementary part of yourself, and if you feel that you can add to the benefits of the organization, yes, join. But I say don't join if you are looking for something to worship, because I don't think Greek letter organizations are to be worshipped. I don't think that they are to be the pinnacle of your life. I think they're meant to enrich, enhance, and help. And that's what I've learned from being a part of my organization. And let's go ahead into that clause again. Every chapter, every organization, every sector operates differently. Everybody is not doing it the same. Everybody does not believe the same. A chapter of AKAs on one campus are totally different from a chapter of AKAs on another. And you might find some that are very similar. However, everything is different. So there's no way that anybody can come on here and tell me we all doing the same thing, because we all are not. I beg your pardon. And I do get a little bit offended when people talk about that, because I've worked hard for what I do in what I did in my sorority, and I feel like a lot of great things came about because of my sorority. I was the president of my organization for 2 years of my chapter. I served at a national level. I also did lots of various different community service opportunities I wouldn't have otherwise had. I was the president of the National Pan-Hellenic Council on campus, which wouldn't have come without AKA. I also feel that a lot of the women enriched my my study skills, my educational skills. Because of AKA, I became a part of McNair, a McNair scholar. So therefore, you have to be very careful and tread very, 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 very You have to be very careful just in making your conclusions as to why a person should or should not join the organization, or why you're denouncing. And as to those who are on here talking about why or why not they're denouncing, I don't believe you should be doing that. I don't agree with it. No, you don't have to take my word for everything, but I feel like there's a level of privacy to be left alone. And if you decide to leave an organization, so be it. But don't try to make the people who are still a part of it be shameful of that, especially if you were forced to leave the organization. Let's keep it real here. But I love you guys so much that I wanted to come at you with that information. And just quickly, because I know I'm going to get a lot of questions about these earrings, I actually created these earrings myself tonight. And they will be available for pre-order for everyone. But I am going to have a special, just because I feel like we've been getting a lot of flack lately, a special sorority section that will showcase the various different colors of the historically black sororities and fraternities. And if I find some others, like, you know, I know Delta Zeta, I know some Tri Sigmas, I know a lot of different people. I'm going to try to cater to that group too, but I'm also going to have pre-orders where you can make orders based on your own earring choice. So look for those later on in the week, guys. Beautiful brown baby doll signing out, and this will not be my last video on this topic. Peace. Visit me at www.beautifulbrownbabydoll.com to interact more with me directly, and also visit the forums and the blog.